Welcome back once again to Crypto. So guys, this video is going to be about low cap crypto assets. All the crypto assets which, not all the crypto assets, certainly chosen few crypto assets, 3 of them to be honest with you, just 3 of them, which I feel are in good trending motion to the upside. And these assets are going to be below $100 million in market capitalization, although I'm not quite sure about MAPS, as that is going to be the first asset which we are going to be taking a look at in the 3-day time frame itself. So jumping onto the price action itself, until you are holding these levels, I think we are poised for a retest of this last breakdown zone at $1.5 regions, right? As you can see that the 618 was kind of retested, just fell a little short of it, and we're still right there, guys. So essentially you want to be establishing a good looking support right here before we start retesting these price points and the previous all-time high at 1272 out of this entire bearish structure to the downside, right? And that would be looking fine at $1.8 levels. So that would mean that if we clear this level to the upside, it would be a clear cut 2x until we retest the previous all-time high itself. Now for just a little fun, guys, okay, now this is going to be very vague, but sometimes these trend lines, they do work out, right? And these sort of trend lines, they do work out on Bitcoin itself, on the long-term price action. Something like, if I'm talking about, I don't know, 3 to 4 years worth long technical analysis, some trend lines are coming from 200 Bitcoin, and they're still there, so yes, some trend lines work according to function, according to time frames that are like monthly time frames or maybe 6-month time frame, right? So yes, there are trend lines on 6-month time frames as well. Yes guys, that's true. Zoom out. Sometimes when you're confused about your life, try to zoom out, right? These small things are just small hiccups that you face in small time frames. The bigger picture is mostly going to be the same. You are born and most likely you're going to die. That's the long-term picture, guys. That's the long-term picture, right? Holy shit, that was quite obnoxious. Okay, with that said, let's get back to the point right here. If we keep on trending above this price point right here and we keep on taking the, we keep on taking these Fibonacci zones to the upside, we could talk about 786 coming into fruition by the end of the next month as well. And that would mean that maps could be evaluated at $9 levels, right? Far-fetched as fuck. Now that is far-fetched as fuck as of now. But for that matter, if we start clearing these levels to the upside and the previous all-time high, then it would mean that yes, the path to the upside is going to be of less resistance, because this one will get into price discovery, guys. And whenever an asset gets into price discovery, that is when you talk about 2618, 314, 7618 and 10764 as well. Holy crap, these things are crazy, right? These things are goddamn crazy. So if you talk about the daily time frame itself, you can see that the last higher low was established at 70 cents right here. So until you're holding this one, most likely you keep on trending to the upside with the rest of the market going up. Alright, so with that said, let's take a look at the momentum indicators and let's talk about the next crypto asset right here. 60, yes, the RSI on the daily is above 60, and until you're doing that, until the RSI is trending above the 60 reads alongside the 21 exponential, most likely any dip is likely going to be a buy. Most likely a dip is going to be a buy on maps itself. Okay, with that said, let's take a look at next. What the heck is this? Okay, kin. This is the logarithmic price action on kin itself, but if we take away the log charts, this is what it looks like. Now guys, it's very difficult to find low cap crypto assets, right? Because most of the low cap crypto assets are going to look like this. And essentially in the long term picture, this is pump and dump, guys. This is honestly pump and dump and one of the ugliest looking chart of all time. But what is kin? So if you guys remember the good old days, I'm talking about 2012, 2011, when Facebook, Instagram, all of these things were completely new in the social media game, right? Back in the good old days, there was a messenger called Kik. Do you guys remember that? K-I-K. Kik Messenger. So this crypto asset, believe it or not, is tied to that entire ecosystem. I guess the entire company, that entire ecosystem of social medias, they would be having kin as their base crypto asset, guys, and in a messenger app, something like that. I think they are working on that, and kin is listed on FTX, right? FTX. It is certainly listed on FTX, an exchange which has crazy amount of liquidity. So the floor is set for kin, although the price action is looking like completely shit, to be honest with you guys. And in such occasions, In such occasions, first of all, I would just simply go back to logarithmic charts and I would be investing like this, guys. Holy shit, stop loss at 0. Stop loss at 0 and a potential retest of the previous all-time high. Still a risk to reward ratio of 10.21, guys. I would be playing with, I don't know, some amount of money which I'm least bothered about, guys. Holy crap. And look, the weekly time frame is completely fine. So until the price action is holding these levels on a weekly opening and a closing basis, I don't know what kind of number is that. I think this is 0.01 cents. Until the price action is holding on to these levels, most likely you can talk about, I don't know, your risk management and your entire position sizing looking something like this. Holy crap, this is a 45.7 45.75% R&R ratio. You show this kind of chart to anybody who's coming from traditional market, they are going to have a good laugh into this one, guys. But you know why these things happen in crypto assets? Because supply demand mechanics, right? You get accumulated for 3 months, and what happens is that all the supply in the market just goes away. Everybody accumulates, right? Everybody keeps on accumulating, and you have fixed supply in crypto assets. And then when the demand gets real, this is what happens, guys. This is what happens. On a weekly schedule, you go for at least a 10x move to the upside. This one was a 13x to the upside. But this is what happens, guys. And this is the better part about our crypto universe right here, because of the supply demand mechanics. Supply demand mechanics, guys. Remember, this is what is going to separate out most. This is what is going to separate out everything from traditional markets, right? Because if you look at a chart like this in traditional markets, I don't think, guys, 99% of charts coming from this kind of situation will never recover. They will never recover in stock markets. But in crypto assets, bam, you go to the upside once again. Why? Supply shock, new exchange listing, and no availability of the crypto asset as a whole. Then bam, you go to the upside. Supply shocks happening again and again. So, okay, coming back to the price action structure, right, and the weekly time frame itself, until you are opening and closing above this exact price point, you're going to be rolling to the upside, and most likely you do get reaccumulated right here before further expansion to the upside and a further retest of these zones, and maybe the retest of the previous all-time high as well. And this this 45.75 R&R ratio trade setup for you guys right here. Holy crap. If this one plays out, I'm going to be conducting a giveaway for all the people who are in Discord community. Holy crap. All the gains that come from this setup right here will go to the community. Okay, so with that said, do we have anything interesting on the 12-hour time frame for this asset right here? I don't quite think so. 12-hour bearish. Yes, you want to go to the downside until you're clearing this level to the upside. In the small time frames, most likely your trend follows to the downside, guys. In the small time frames, this is not looking that nice. Now, you want to look at a trend like this if you want to go for a continuation move to the upside. Not something like this. Establishing a price action below 21 exponential on an opening and a closing basis for, I don't know, about a week or something like that is not essentially that bullish. You want to establish at least on the 12-hour time frame above the 21 exponential. Then you can talk about moonboy targets to the upside on KIN against USD itself. Okay, with that said, let's jump onto the last crypto asset. We have LUA token once again, guys, the 117x crypto asset. Holy crap, that's the most vague analysis I've ever done on any crypto asset, right? And there's a video, I would try to place it somewhere up top in this video itself. But yes, 117x crypto asset, LUA. What is LUA? LUA is a multi-chain IDO. It's a multi-chain launchpad, guys. Now, if you see this tradition of a shift which is happening between the centralized exchanges towards the decentralized exchanges coming into fruition, when you see these things happening in real time. All right, yes, these things are happening in real time, but with way less volume, guys. Way less volume. Any IEO that gets conducted on FTX is crazy liquid, or even on Binance for that matter. These kind of IEOs or ICOs are crazy liquid, guys. Crazy amount of money gets poured into these assets, and I don't know, right at the launch, these assets, they do 10x or 20x in the market, right? Now, if we talk about IDOs, initial DEX offerings, I don't think that a lot of liquidity is kind of trying to flow into these kind of situations right here, but I do feel that this shift is going to take place, guys. We are going to be shifting towards a decentralized environments, even in crowdfunding, even in raising capital, right? Isn't that obvious? That is completely obvious. This is what this protocol does. LUA swap does that, and this is evaluated at less than $10 million in market capitalization, guys. I do feel that fundamentally this one has a huge potential to grow to the upside, and with the price action structure looking at this, I will be managing my risk right here on macro investments and let this one ride all the way towards maybe $10, maybe towards $10, guys, maybe towards, as a long form of picture. I'm not talking about this one happening tomorrow or day after tomorrow for that matter, but yes, in the long time frame that could potentially happen on LUA swap. You can do your own research on this one, but I feel that cross-chain IDO platform in one single place is kind of a good idea, guys. It's a nice idea. I do feel that this one has fundamental potentials. Talk about fundamentals, guys. Look, in crypto assets, if you want to win big, I will not deny the fundamentals are going to work out better. Trust me, guys, trust me. This is a fact which I can't deny, guys. Look, essentially this is something which I happen to play myself, right? Solana was a complete fundamental play for my own equity, and well, that did wonders, to be honest with you. So which is why, guys, if you want to win big in crypto assets, first of all, you have to enter with the money that you don't care about. That is going to be your base rule, guys. Holy crap, I can't stress on that. If you want to enter into these kind of investments which have no bottom, and the only thing which you can trust is the protocol itself and maybe the white paper and the code and the team behind the entire project, you have to enter into these assets with the money that you don't worry about, guys. That is what you have to do potentially with LUA itself, for that matter. Am I trying to endorse? Is this a financial advice? Heck no. Fuck no. This cannot be a financial advice. Anything coming from this channel is not going to be financial advice to you guys. This is information. This is free information, free floating information that you can make use of. So make use of it and maybe buy this asset for the long term. Alright, guys, with that said, let's wind this video up right here, and guys, hit that like, go for the subscribe, and hit that bell icon as well, because we are gonna take a look at Bitcoin's long-term trend on the weekly time frame itself coming tomorrow. We're gonna do that tomorrow, guys, because look, on the weekly time frame itself, with this weekly candle closing like this, the momentum has started waning out. Just by a tiny bit, the momentum has started waning out on Bitcoin itself, which is why we're going to be talking about technical analysis, focus on Bitcoin in the long-term picture as well, right? So hit that like, hit that bell, and go for that subscribe if you have not done that already, guys. Holy shit, I can't believe you've not done that. And I will catch all of you in the next video coming tomorrow itself. Bye for now.